Hi, Steve and Caleb from Brownells, and today we want to take a look at one of our flagship products, the Magna-Tip Set. Caleb, how long have you been using Magna-Tips?
Yeah, Steve, I've been using these since 1930. I'm kidding, I'm not that old. I've been using these since I first started gunsmithing. So 2009, 2010-ish? No, 2011. Excuse me, I was way, no, 2010.
Got my first set in the 80s.
Okay, well, I was born in the 80s, and they don't give these away at baby showers and stuff.
Well, my set was born in the 80s too, so
okay, well, there you go.
It works out.
But yeah, so this is, like, I've used other screwdriver sets, especially when I first started gunsmithing. Yes. So I use these, so long story short, I used these, I was working at a shop that provided them. Then I started working at another shop that required you provide your basic tooling.
Right.
So I went out, and being like poor, I went out and bought the cheapest thing I could find. And it was still a gunsmithing set, but it was definitely turned out to be more of a hobbyist set.
Right.
Because using those bad boys for 8 hours a day, like every day.
They don't hold up?
They did not. They just did not hold up. And then when you break a bit, you like replacing the bits and with those like off-brand, like, you know, imported Chinese ones and stuff. Replacing a bit is not an easy feat.
No, if possible.
Yeah, if possible, if you can replace the bit, it sucks to do it because bits do break. You can't avoid that. They're gonna break over time. Eventually, at some point, you're gonna break something. That's
why these are guaranteed.
Yeah, I know. These are guaranteed. And you know exactly what number or what size what number is, so you can easily replace it if you do break it.
It's very easy.
And when I say break it, I mean obviously these thicker bits, like for example these guys back here, they're gonna last forever.
Yep.
But these thin bits, you can snap one of those.
And let's back up a little bit. These were designed by gunsmiths for gunsmiths.
Yeah.
So they actually fit really well when you put them in a screw slot.
They do, yeah.
Or a hex head.
Hex head, Torx bit,
yeah.
You know, whatever. And the actual slotted ones, they're all hollow ground.
Right.
Out of heat treated steel, unlike your, you know, the cheaper, more affordable ones we were talking about. Most of those are memmed. Mm-hmm. And memmed is great until it's not, because
I know.
Yeah, you ever been working on a really expensive gun with that nice blue shiny finish, and you have that screw that's stuck?
Yep.
And you're twisting on it?
Yep.
And
putting downward pressure.
Yeah, that memmed bit will snap, and when it snaps, you're going into the finish of that gun.
Yeah.
And
hopefully it's something you can repair.
Hopefully it's something you can fix, and these you could just avoid that altogether.
Right.
Because rebluing a receiver is more expensive than a bit.
Yep. And if you've ever wondered why there's so many different thicknesses and widths, that's to get an exact fit on your screw slot. And you'd be amazed if you pick the exact one that fits your slot and then just move over and pick one size lower, it requires a lot more effort to move that screw if it's stuck. It really does. Yeah,
so that's why these are that's why there's so many different sizes. People say, well, why do you need that many bit sizes? That's exactly why. If you have the bit that fits the slot, the job is way easier, and you run no chance of damaging the screw.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure we've all seen it. You know, look at your granddad's old, you know, whatever gun, and
the one with the pipe wrench marks on the barrel.
Ooh, the pipe wrench marks on the barrel, the screw slots that are just absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
So they're just.
That's a hardware store screwdriver.
Yeah.
From the bargain bin.
As the kids say nowadays, Steve, cooked. Those screws are cooked. So.
And it's hard to find replacement screws for some of those old guns now.
Yeah, it is.
We used to have a lot more suppliers of those things than we do these days.
A lot of those screws are special, like they're not just screws you can get at the hardware store.
Right.
So you got to buy screw blanks and make your own screw.
And if you ever wondered how many gun screws there possibly could be, the Encyclopedia of Gunsmithing.
Encyclopedia of Modern Firearms.
Modern Firearms.
Yes.
There are specifications for so many screws, and that doesn't even cover the screws that were made after what, 1960?
Yeah, I think that's the right date. But yeah, so that book has a lot of not just like screws, but springs and stuff too. But I mean, there's so many different specs.
Right. And if you got this set, odds are you got a bit that fits it.
Yeah, and as a gunsmith, before I started working here, I would tell people that this is the best screwdriver set you could get, hands down, for gunsmithing. It's one of those situations where you just buy it once and forget about it. You don't end up with 6 or 7 different screwdriver sets.
Right. Or if you're just getting into the hobby and you're not sure if you're going to stick with it or not, you can buy the basic 22-bit set and then add on to it whatever you want.
Yeah, so it's a stripped down version of this set right here, and then you can just buy the other little kits to complete and fill it out.
Yeah.
And this will do a lot.
But if you want to add, Torx bits to it, fine.
So if you're doing some serious gunsmithing, first thing I'd recommend adding is a thin bit set.
Right.
Because those older guns have those utilize the thinner bits.
Yep, that way you don't have to grind down a screwdriver.
Yep. And then from there you can just upgrade as you need to. You don't need to buy the master kit right out the gate.
Now, I see you got a lot of handles out here for these bits.
It's just to get a hold of the situation here. Just to get a grip on things.
What's your favorite?
So I know your favorite. I'm not gonna spoil it though. I think my favorite is just the basic like medium shank, not like the super longer one,
Right.
but this one right here, this standard one. It's not the hollow one, just the standard screwdriver.
Sure. Sure.
This is my go-to.
Yep.
I typically, if I'm at the bench, I don't know what size I need right out the gate. I'll grab this on a 180-3, and I'm off to the races. Because that seems like the most common.
Pretty much.
A 180-3 will fit almost everything. Where's that guy at? Right.
It'll get you started anyway.
Wow. There it is.
Yep. You can do a lot of work with just that one bit.
Yep. So.
This is my favorite. This is the LE handle, law enforcement handle.
Because you were an MP, is that why?
No, it was made for police armorers and that. I like it because it gets my hand closer to the work, and there's not as much wiggling around going on. It's.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like a little wiggle, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Anything that keeps the bit from skittering across the surface and scratching it.
Yeah, I think I like this one. Just maybe it's because of the leverage of the length. I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
But it's just been my go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no particular reason. It's just the first one I grabbed. But there are other options. So you have this basically the same version of that one, with some storage in the top. I'll just place that over there.
We don't need that.
So you unscrew the cap, it'll fall off onto the floor, and then you can store bits on the inside.
Right. Now I have one of those in my range bag, only it's got the shorter shank. It's the LE version again.
Yeah.
That's got my Smith & Wesson bits in it. So when I go out and shoot my Smith & Wessons, and they work on Rugers too, those same bits do. So when I'm out shooting my handguns, I am set. I can adjust the sights, I can tighten up side plates, I can do whatever I need to do.
Yep, there you go. So that's the perfect use case for that, is throwing it in the range bag.
Yep.
Then we also have this guy right here. This is relatively new.
Yeah, very new.
So this comes with some bits stored inside. And you got some common bits there. You got a Torx bit, some slotted bits, a Phillips bit.
Made for scope work, really, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is great for sight adjustment
Yeah.
and optic type adjustment stuff. Because throw this in a range bag and you're good to go. But this is also a ratcheting one.
Yep.
So it'll ratchet in, of course, either direction, and then you can put it on the middle setting and it locks it so you can use it like a normal screwdriver. So this is really like the do-all right here.
Last.
And then the T-handle ratcheting.
Yeah, which is just it's locked.
Yep, that has a lock setting as well. So,
This will save your wrist.
Yep, and also one I didn't put out on the table for this video, but I do have close by the Torx driver.
Right.
So this is the adjustable torque wrench here. You put it on the torque setting and then drive it.
Nice.
So everything's covered.
And no matter which handle you're using, all the bits will fit it.
Yep. So yeah, they're all I think a 1/4 inch drive. If that sounds right.
Yes,
yeah.
they sure are.
And then you could they have socket attachments, so you could run a socket on there, because a lot of your scope mounts nowadays have that. So you could just run that on your torque wrench and you're good to go. all the different just Phillips sizes.
Right.
One of my favorites here, this guy right here, this long Phillips bit that has the round shank on it for getting butt pads off of shotguns and rifles.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely great. Because a lot of ones have, it's not round or it's hex or it's big, and they tend to just eat up that recoil pad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. We could literally spend all day geeking out about darn screwdriver bits,
Yeah, but if you ever worked all day in a gun shop day after day, they're worth their weight in gold.
Yeah,
They really are.
That's such a gunsmith thing to do. Is just literally we could just sit around, drink coffee, and talk about screwdriver bits.
You need a good bench, you need a good vise, and you need a good set of screwdrivers.
That's the trifecta.
Yeah.
Right there.
Then you're set. Then you're ready to work.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess we could keep going. I guess we'll leave it there though.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. If you have any questions, comments, if you have been using this for years or you're wondering if you should be using them, let us know. We'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.